Hi guys, my name is Brian and I've done more than 1,100 videos on how to fix things. I'm a hardcore DIY guy. I've also been a professional mechanic for a number of years, so I know a thing or two about tools and what makes them tick. In this video, I'm here to tell you, don't try to take your batteries apart. Don't try to heat gun them because all kinds of bad things can happen, including me getting sued if somebody hurts themselves. So don't do that, got it? But if you're going to, let me show you how to make a cheap $11 battery work like a $20 battery. If any of this stuff makes you uncomfortable, don't bother with the cheap one, get the right one.
Brian's Mobile One.
This is a genuine article Milwaukee battery and it works amazing. You will not go wrong spending $20 to $25 each on these. This is a 12-volt one, is found in a bunch of their 3/8 drive ratchets. I was thinking I need some more backup batteries, and I thought, well, let's try out these little knockoff brands. These ones are Power-ing. They switched the name because these apparently were terrible. And I bought them so that I'd have backups, so in between when I'm charging, I don't have to use the big bulky one. The big bulky one's awesome, but it doesn't fit into tight places. Some jobs that's okay, and most of the jobs that I do are timing belts and things like that, where I'm working between the engine and the frame of the car, where you have very limited access. So I thought, well, I'll just get some of these, try them out. If nothing else, I'll do a review video on how to do them. And I'm here to tell you, these are terrible. There's 3 places that these interface with the tool, and all 3 of them, this failed. I bought 2 of them because that's the way you buy them. I say $11, but you pay $22 and you get 2 of them. The 3 places that these interface are the charging ports here and here. It goes on both of them, but this is for balance charging. Any lithium-ion LiPo batteries will use those, and then these are the ones that the tool gets the power out of it, positive and negative 12-volt direct current. That's 2 of the ways that these work. The 3rd way that they interface or work, as I just said, is these little clips here that hold it in there. What I found is that these worked at first, but very quickly failed. And the way that they'd fail, let me just show you how it failed. I'm not on the release at all and it comes off. Where it matters, where they're supposed to connect, they don't. That's it in a nutshell. The price difference is significant. This is how much you pay for the Milwaukee brand stuff, the good stuff you know is going to work. This is what you pay for the Power-ing brand. You can shake this back and forth and it won't do anything to cause it to come out. The light stays on. No matter how far back it gets, it still works. That makes it reliable, dependable, and it reduces frustration. You have to really squeeze this to get it out. Whereas if you do the Power-ing brand, if you hold it on the sides, I'm not even on the release. This is the release where the tabs are to let it go in the very front. So if I'm clear back here and the tab to secure it's here, and I wiggle it back and forth, it will fall out. It just doesn't stay in. I'm hoping that I can address that with a heat gun. But the other problem was, you can see how it's in there. It works. Okay, that came all the way out. But even if it backs out to where it's kind of retained, anyway, you can imagine how frustrating it is, or what the safety concern is of busted knuckles if this thing is like bumping out all the time. That's bad. The other thing that's bad is when you put these in the charger, in the Milwaukee brand charger, it blinks. It's like, this isn't okay. It thinks that they're overheating. Even if they're ice cold, it thinks they're overheating and it has to hem and haw about them forever, so your charging times are longer, and it makes a difference. They don't hold on, they don't connect, and the charger doesn't like them. As far as battery life, what's the battery life like on them? It's okay. I'd say it's at least 60-70% useful life as what the Milwaukee brand is. So the battery in there is good, the contacts suck, the retention sucks. But other than that, it's a good price, and for my purposes, like I want a backup so that if I'm on a long job or if I forget to charge one, I've got something that I can fall back on to be able to finish up and get things done. Generally, you don't want to heat up a battery. I'm going to see if I can get these heated up, see if I can correct that, and I'll let you know. So when you look inside the tool, those contacts, it's these guys right here. These are the ones for charging. These are the ones that deliver power. I'm just sticking the pliers in there like this and just heating it up so it wants to be that way. I remember how I got 2 of these. I got one from Real Tool Reviews from Daniel. You guys got to check him out. And the other one came from the Pull Apart Challenge from Pull Apart Auto Wrecking.
Previously on the Pull Apart Challenge.
Gentlemen, your job is to convert these vehicles into pickup trucks worthy of a killer tailgate party. Our judges are looking for innovation, and whoever impresses them the most will win $5,000 towards your charity of choice.
See, there it is right there. Check that out too. Ooh, that got shiny. Well, that's definitely going to be sticking out far enough. I'm going to have trouble getting these come off. Sweet, I'll take it. You can definitely heat gun these. This isn't some kind of thermoplastic. This is do what you want with it. I feel confident that this is going to hold probably too much. Look at that. That is nice. That's very encouraging. That's in there good. Can I take it out? Yep. Slide right in. Yep. Heck yeah. Well, 1 out of 3 of the problems are gone, and charging time I'm not worried about if I'm going to have another battery that lasts long enough that I'm not cycling through them. Charge these things probably twice a week on a busy week. I'll leave a link in the description where you can find a heat gun like this. Why do you use a heat gun? I use it all the time when it comes to stickers or pinstriping, body tape, body work, paintless dent removal, all kinds of projects. It's like a blow dryer on steroids. If you've ever borrowed your wife's blow dryer, you should probably get one of these. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. That will drive any mechanic absolutely crazy. And it's hooked in. It's not like it's not hooking, because it is hooked in. That's after doing some modification on these and trying to bend them and get them to stay out. If your thing's not in tight, I mean, that alone is just, job's already frustrating. You just busted a knuckle, you get in there, you try to do it, it's not working, bam, it kicks in and then it busts another knuckle. So that could be a safety issue. Uh-oh, somebody got frustrated. It's all or nothing now. You can see it's not easy getting a knife in there, but given the choice between that and having to put up with it, I stuck a knife to it. All or nothing, I'm not putting up with this crap. If you want to take this off, you can. You just pry these out this way with a screwdriver, kick that one out last, slide it off, and it'll make more room so that you can get your knife in there. It's best to ground it, and by ground it, I mean have something that you're pushing against. But you just take your knife, stick it in here. I'm not condoning this. This is high risk. You could get hurt doing this, so don't. But if you do, this is how you do it. So anyway, you pop that one, pop this one, and ideally you have something stuck in there so that it doesn't go right back. Anyway, stick something underneath of it like that. Grab another knife. So those two are up. So now you can get to the back side. I'm putting pressure here. Just like when you chainsaw into something, it starts to give way, and if you're cutting in the top, it starts to bind. You can flip it over, and that pressure will make it expand. Push a little pressure on that. Ta-da! I got so sick of this thing cutting out, even after I adjusted those tabs with the heat gun. I'm doing this timing belt job, and I'm just getting bent, like just mad about this. It's just not working good, and the contacts are crap. I get into it, and look at how jacked up that contact is. It's supposed to look like this. It looks like that. I don't know if I put it in funny once, and then from then on it was crap. But anyway you look at it, it's crap. This is how it's supposed to look. This is how bent and jacked that is. No wonder it's not making contact. So this is what the guts look like. Guess what happens if you touch positive and negative? Bad things happen. That's what happens. Because this has so many soldered joints and resistors and stuff, if you get a soldered circuit board really hot in some areas, it's going to unsolder, because solder melts, right, with heat. It's going to unsolder stuff, so make sure not to do that. What I did in order to get this thing straightened out in its beautiful state that you see here is I carefully took it, and I had my thumb as a ground to create a gap, and I went in like this, and I bent the whole thing up like that, and then back, and then grabbed onto the top of it, bearing in mind that this whole thing's metal, and if I were to touch from, say, a negative to anything positive here, or positive to anything negative here, I could blow and ruin the whole thing. High risk. Do you want to take that risk? If you don't, you need to spend a little bit more and get the right kind. Put it back on. Super easy. And as you saw, I didn't have to take this off. If you want to take this off, this is how you do it. Can you see where these two little cleats are? So you get it to go and then hold it in that position. Get it to go, you hear that pop. Now you don't have to hold as hard. Do the same thing back here. And it's off. You can see where it holds on in these locations. You can see the little feet and spring-loaded clippy action that you're dealing with. That's how you do it. Again, don't do it, but if you're gonna do it, and I can't talk you out of it, these are practices by which you can do it. Can you salvage these things? Are they even worth messing with? I mean, if you're at home doing something, it's no big deal. You can take a minute and fix it. But if you're flagging hours, this would cost you money. It wouldn't save you money. I know this seems really random, but this is my lift, and on the thing it says, allow 2 seconds between motor starts. Failure to comply may cause motor burnout. Basically, the contacts, if you're always on and off, it jacks them up. Same thing can happen on an alternator or a starter if you're, like bumping it or doing weird crap, or you go to start it. Sorry. Anyway, it's a well-known concept that if you have things going in and out of contact, it burns up the contacts. It could burn up the contacts in there. Those would not be easy to clean, given that they're clear up in there. My fingers are fat. I got big hands. So anyway, one other thing to think about. Can you make it work? Yes, you can. Is it a pain? Yes, it is. Will you have problems? Oh, I've got 2 of them, and they both have had problems, one worse than the other. If you like what you saw here, make sure to click subscribe, and then click the bell, and then if you're really good at jumping through hoops, click the box, and then OK, and you'll get notifications every time I launch a new video. Like I said, I've got over 1,100 videos here on YouTube, and each of them have all kinds of little gems of wisdom or something that I picked up along the way, and a little bit of creativity from yours truly. If you'd like to follow along, we call it the B Mob, Brian's Mobile 1. If you want to be one of the B Mob, or be one with the B Mob, that's how you do it. By popular request, I finally made some stickers. The Brian's Mobile 1 stickers will be available to you if you want to send a self-addressed stamped envelope to my P.O. Box. It's Brian's Mobile 1, P.O. Box 282, Cedar Valley, Utah, 840 Lucky 13. Be sure to throw one in there and get it to you. Supplies are limited, so if you do this close to the date of the launch, I think it's on this side, your chances of getting one are really good. If you wait too long, you probably won't get one. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Cheers. Stand by for B-Fate and end cards. B-Fate, if you're new here, it's bonus footage at the end. It's just kind of fun, rowdy stuff I do, whether it's flying, mountain biking, motorcycling, or whatever. Just some fun footage of something I've done during the week. B-Fate, bonus footage at the end. Who came up with that? I did. I didn't know what else to call it. Cheers.
Bonus footage at the end.
Oh, it's my first time flying in this area. See, I've got an audience here that's really curious. I just hope they don't step on my wing.